If you want to get into the Volkswagen MQB platform, these are the 3 most important things that you need to know. The number 1 most important thing is that I'm gonna break it the fuck down for you and you better follow. Before anyone says anything, I just started working out again and my arms are really sore, so this is what you get. Now, in all seriousness, the first thing I kind of want to talk about is being able to push power on this platform. The GLI, the GTI, the A3, S3, Golf R, all of these cars have the same E888 motor in them, and they all use the DQ381 transmission or the DQ250 or the O2Q 6-speed. All of these cars are very capable of pushing over 550 wheel horsepower as long as you limit the torque to around 450 wheel. And with that being said, it's really easy to make that amount of power on these cars reliably as long as you have a good tune and you maintain the car and actually take care of it. The biggest thing that will kill these cars is torque and a lack of maintenance. As long as you do those things and keep those in check, you should be good. Parts compatibility is another big thing about this platform. And that is great because parts are pretty much interchangeable between all of these different cars. However, there is one main caveat, and that is the downpipes on the front wheel drive cars are different than the all wheel drive cars. Obviously, things like exhausts are also going to be different. However, most parts like turbo upgrades, intercoolers, intakes, fueling, and all those things are going to be compatible pretty much across the board. Obviously, the GLI is a little bit less common than like the GTI or Golf R. However, the thing is that a lot of manufacturers do not list the GLI in terms of compatibility with these parts, even though they are compatible. I hear people ask me all the time, like, is a GTI downpipe gonna work on a GLI? And the answer is yes. Now, I kind of alluded to this earlier. However, one of the big things that people often forget is maintenance, and it is so important on these cars. The stock intervals are pretty generous. However, when you're tuned and modifying these cars, you really wanna make sure that you're doing everything very frequently. For example, coil packs typically every 20,000, spark plugs every 10,000. You want to go ahead and do your oil changes every 3,000 to 5,000. You're going to want to do your transmission service pretty much every 40,000, and don't forget about your differential service. Because I will say I did definitely forget about that, and I still have not done it even at 80,000 miles. Another one that is worth mentioning too is the carbon cleaning that you have to do on these cars in order to maintain them and keep your intake valves clean, unless you have something like port injection, which I don't have because broke boy shit. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. But if you want to see more videos like this, or me building this car, or me building my Mark 1 Volkswagen Rabbit truck behind me, or my Mark 507 K Jetta, anything like that, go ahead and hit that follow button because I love you.